Hey guys, it's Hayden and welcome to my latest diecast model review. This time we are looking at the 1/18 scale of the AUTOart Pagani Huayra BC in the Rosso Dubai slash carbon shade, or also known as the red wine shade. And without further ado, let's show you all the contents first. And of course, we have the main car, and it comes with two sets of mirrors. So I have one set on it, and I have another set right here alongside with a screwdriver and a key for prying the doors. And then I kept all the screws because before removing, before opening any of the door parts, like the front hood and the back lid, you have to unscrew some screws right underneath the wheel well, right here. There's also two more there, and we can just have a quick check underneath. So they did the full homework here by mimicking all the flat bottom basically, along with the aero ducts and inlets. So this car is definitely on the hyper-ish, almost hypercar territory. And Pagani, Rosso, like, he's a really epic guy, to be honest, because he named this BC model after his first customer, Randy Caleo, which is really epic. And there's no other car manufacturer that does this except this, like maybe a few but before, but to have his name honored in a special trim like this is really cool. And this car packs a punch. It's got a 6-liter V12 secured from Mercedes-Benz. That is twin turbocharged, making 754 horsepower, and it's super light compared to the regular version of the Huayra. It's reduced by 132 kilograms, making this a 1218 kilograms or so car. That is like hundreds of kilograms lighter than your regular subcompact cars, but making that much of power, like, it takes so much technology and development, along with usage of different materials like carbon, titanium, to make the monocoque of this car, and using aeronautical grade materials to make like various parts inside the car. It's just insane. And AUTOart made this model pretty well, I think. But I know on top of her head is like everyone saying, "Hey, plastic art, plastic art." And I think you guys might have to embrace it sooner or later. But right now in the market, they are the only guys who make Paganis that are full openable gimmick, full of gimmicks, and the other ones are not as mainstream. And they're the only guys who make this particular trim to have full openable parts, full gimmicks. So no choice in that, right? All right, so we just go over the full outlook of the car first. So starting off with a very striking carbon weaving, carbon open clear carbon across the car right in the middle, and there's a silver trim that runs, racing line trim that runs right in the middle of the car. And you can see like very awesome front racing inspired front canards, and also a front diffuser spoiler. Like, that is so cool. And then alongside with a little inlet on the side here to direct air into the braking systems. And then you can see the BC special, the alloy wheels, along with a very big, huge, like, red cover on the side. And you can see the little flagging Pagani on the side here with BC. And I think like overall the carbon decal on the side, on the top of the model is really cool, pretty well done. And then moving across, you can see the door gaps are very small, and sorry for the dust and dirt on the model, because I tried to clean it but it's not looking good right now. So and then you can see on on the back lid, like you can see the special metal egg decal on the side here. It's very sharp scripting on the side here. And then moving along, you can see the tires actually feature the official marking, which they're trying to replicate P0 Corsairs. And this rim is really cool, like it looks super light, and the tires are super meaty also. We're moving along to the rear, which is the really special R&D, the what do you call that, like yeah, anyway, the design of the spoiler is really nice. It's very organic looking, and it flows, it fits this car's personality. And then moving along to the rear, you can see the full-blown sized diffuser right on the back, which completes the look of this super hypercar. And you can see the signature quad titanium exhaust system here, and you can see a little bit through the rear mesh of the outlets on the side here, along with functional rear scoops, air brakes, like if I can call it as air brakes. And it's pretty cool. There's a little red light here in the middle. Feature is inspired by F1, and you can see the rear light assemblies are really well done as well. Like it looks is literally like individual LED lights inside these light lens, and same thing on the right. So that's another outlet here too, so it lets the air out from the rear arches there. And yeah, this piece is by far the most complex carbon decal ever. Like it's through the undercarriage, and it's pretty nicely done. And yeah, right back to the right side here, and you can take note of this little kind of like the side fan exit thing, because they're actually not symmetrical. You can see here they're not quite the same, right? Oh no, it is. Sorry. So you can check out from the top view here. They can see a little bit of the V12 goodness underneath. There's little, not the headrest, but it's also decaled with carbon decal. And you can see the greenhouse is really cool. Like you can see a lot of stuff here. But as far as the interior goes, yeah, let's go check it out right now. So right here is the interior, and I mean, I think that's the only dislike for me about this model, because it looks like a monotone color, but it is, yeah, very mono theme going on here, and it's only contrasted by the little carbon decal in between the inserts inside the car. And but then you do get like actual seat belts, and I kind of like the female ends of the seat belt parts. Like it's actually red, and steering is not super reactive, but yeah, it's not bad. And I think that's the main attracting point of this car, because you can actually open all the parts of the car. And the only merit from being a plastic art is that the door actually holds pretty well and it doesn't drop right away. And another word of caution too, because you actually close the doors on the last step if you're closing up all the backlit and the front trunk, because there's actually little piece of straps here, plastic straps that you need to put inside the door, like this section here, before shutting. Otherwise, you risk damaging them. And yeah, the hood, like the underneath, actually, let me touch the inside. It's actually decaled right there too. Wow. Okay, and just watch out for the the mirrors, because they're not screwed in any way. And yeah, here is the details on the V12. I think it's done okay, but then you can see that little Lego brick silver box there. It looks very out of place. But I do comment on the springs right there, and also the color separation is kind of weak. But they did have some albums on the V12, like some enough separation to color separation to make it worthwhile maybe. And then they remove all the luggage compartments that the Rosso has or the coupe has. So it's part of the weight reducing strategy, which you can show here on the right side and on the left side here too. And on the business end, if you watch Rady's car reviews, the business end, it's serious. It's like monocolor. Yeah, I think you'll appreciate the mechanism on the front also. Like it's double hinge, and then when it folds down, it actually doesn't like damage the tip on the front. So you can see how smooth it is now. Like shut here, and you can see how well it shuts. The gap is like pretty acceptable for me, I think. Like, what do you guys think? So you can pop the rear engine bay lid and just mind the clipping here, don't clip on the doors. Then it shuts. I think there's magnets on there, on the right around this area, so it's magnetically sealed. And the main gap that I see is probably here, because you can see the trunk. You can see it wants to go, but it doesn't go. So that's the biggest gap for me. But I don't mind it, like it's pretty well done. And the doors, it's got that little, excuse me, some rods to support it. And then it shuts like that. And back to where we started. Alright, that pretty much concludes the review of this car. I mean, it looks so awesome when you put it. And yeah, actually I recently purchased some of those AUTOart cases. So let's put it inside those cases and end it with that, right? Shall we? Okay, so this is one of those AUTOart cases I'm talking about. Like it actually makes it really epic when you put it inside like this. So like dust, like guys, like dust is a enemy of humankind, because I actually left the model out for so long. So seriously, just get some money, not buying the extra models, but like buy some cases so you can enjoy the model to the fullest. So yeah, what do you guys think about the Huayra BC. I think for me I think it's a 8 out of 10, like a 7.5 out of 10 effort from AUTOart. Like it's not the best, but the market out there, that it doesn't, we don't have any versions of BC that is like at this price range and with the aforementioned gimmicks. So this is pretty much the only BC that you guys can get your hands on, and yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, and signing off.